We'll see what happens. Live viewer comments. All right. So we're good. We'll give people a chance to jump on in here. And we'll see what's going on. I'm not sure why it's not. Where's my stream key for this? I don't get it. All right. Well, we're here. So let's wait a minute. We'll see who comes in, and then we'll go from there. But I really wish I could get it to my YouTube. That's what I want. Now, how do I get it to go to my YouTube? Oh no. Okay. No data. Well, that's great. All right, well, let's go. We're going to go. I've been here already waiting a little while. Hey, guys, Boomslang here. Welcome to the channel. So, I can't figure out how to get this to go over to eBay. I have no idea. I don't know. It's not showing, or not eBay, to YouTube. It's not translating, but whatever. So anyway, it's Saturday, and this morning, late morning, decided to go, hey, Barry, give me a do, baby. I was right. Give me a do. Went to a card show, and these are my pickups. My son and I went, and then we ran into a buddy of mine, Chuck. So we kind of just walked around a little bit, looked at cards, and let's just get to my pickups real quick. And I don't know if I'm going to have to re-record this on, like, just do a video on YouTube, because I don't know if it's coming out on YouTube. But anyway, here we go. Settings, we'll switch the camera to the 360. All right, and there we go. So you're going to see like three different piles of cards here. And that is because I bought them off of different vendors. Actually, only 3 different vendors. So to help keep this thing sorted straight in my head, we'll go to the center pile first, and then we'll work our way out. All right, so this stack here, they were $1 a card, but these are like 1968 Topps World Series cards, or Fleer, whatever they are. I think it's Fleer. It says R.G. Laughlin, Fleer Corporation, yeah. So these are from Fleer, 1968 Fleers. And Fleer put out a whole big set up until 1967 World Series, I guess. There you go, 1967 right there. So there you go. And these were $1 a piece. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll grab them. So we've got the 1930, 1948, 1960. And the things are so funny. Like, look, he's scalping. The Indians are scalping the Braves. You know, it's crazy stuff. And I don't know why. What does mirror image get me? Hold on. I think that's what I need to do. Settings, camera, mirror image off. There we go. Take the mirror image off. Okay, that's better. So now we can all see it without reading backwards. And you love these Fleers? Yeah. Here's one here from 1949. I mean, 68, but it's a, you know what I mean? It talks about the 49 World Series. And I bought every one that guy had. They're only $1 a piece. Here's a 47. So I got 47, 48, 49. There's 3 in a row, right? A string. This is my first time really looking at them. I just kind of went through the box because there was so many people going through the box. I was just pulling them out and laying them down. 1931. So we got the 31. So on. Here's the Cardinals got the tagger by the tail, tied him up in a knot. 34. Here's a 1955 Dodgers and the Yankees. Looks like Dodgers might be winning because they got a guy throwing some heat there for the Dodgers. Sandy Koufax, maybe. I don't know. So it was my lefty. So, yeah, so far, so we're rolling right along here. I just want to get to all those first. If I have any more, I may not have any more. So, but I grabbed everyone that the guy had. Yeah, so there's no more of those. But that's cool. Well, it's only $1 a piece. I got Bobby Richardson's to sign one of them. Oh, nice. You want to talk about Bobby Richardson? And I've shown this on my channel before, but sometimes I feel like John Jabs when just something's like right there within your reach. So stand by. Let me grab it. It's right here. If I can reach it, it's up a little bit high and might be a tad bit out of my reach. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use something to grab it. I don't know what I can use. What do I have? Hold on. All right, I got a roll of paper towels. It might just be enough. My arms aren't long enough. My legs are not long enough. Ugh. Oh, come on, that's not working. All right. One more thing. I have my trusty stool. If you hear a thump and the table shakes and crying and bangs, well, I just fell. Don't worry about it. It's all good. There we go. So several years ago now, there might be a date here somewhere. I got Bobby. I was doing TTMs back then. I was doing some TTMing, and I contacted Bobby Richardson and asked him for some autographs and stuff, right? And I paid him for them. And he said, hey, listen, if you want, I'll sell you my book. All you got to do is pay the shipping. Right? It's like $10 plus shipping. I'm like, oh, dude, that's a deal. I'll pay it. It wasn't much. It was very cheap. And I had to pay, it might have been like $20, and he paid the shipping or something like that. Right? But that's fine. I thought it was a really good deal. So it's all dusty right now. But I asked him to personalize it for me. Oops. So he did. So it says, to Mickey, best wishes, Bobby Richardson. And he's got a beautiful signature. Yankees, 1955 to 66. And of course, he's John 112. And you may know that verse. I may have looked it up once, but I don't remember it. Rob G, what's going on? And I read this book cover to cover, right? So I learned a lot about, but my main thing was I wanted to talk to Bobby. First time I contacted him, I asked him questions about Mickey Mantle, because Mickey Mantle's my guy, right? And there they are on the back, right? So there's more to life than winning is what's on the back here. And so he personalized that for me. But throughout that whole year, right, I sent him some TTM stuff, asked him to sign some stuff. He sent me back this. So this was the first time I contacted him. Let's see, this was Columbia, South Carolina, 22 August 2018. All right. So when I first contacted him, I believe there's other envelopes there, but I'm pretty sure this is the first one. But he did send me a couple of I don't know, I forget what they call these. You guys know what it is. But mixture guide too, Rob. Yeah. So he sent me this, right? And that may not be the first one because I thought he had signed something inside for me, but maybe not. So he sent me a couple of these. And then he sent me a couple extra ones. I asked him for some extra ones. Yeah, tracks. There you go. Thanks, Barry. He sent me some other ones, and I handed them out at my work because I had a guy I knew at my job who was, you know, a religious gentleman too, and he was telling me about the tracks and all this stuff. I said, dude, I can probably get some for you, and you can hand them out to people you know. All right. So this is from 19 February 2019. So that was after the fact. These are Mario Andretti's. I sent these. Who are these to? Yeah, these are from Mario Andretti. Sorry, wrong one. These are signed by Bobby Richardson. This is an actual 62 tops that I bought off of eBay and sent to him to have it signed. This is the one that he sends you for free. It's a replica of the 66 card, kind of, because the 66 has that little stripe up there. But he signed it for me, right? And it's one that he hands out, right? And it has all his stuff on it. And again, John 112. This was the return envelope that he sent this cards and stuff back into. Here's February 1st, 2019. I asked him about Bobby Shantz. He says, Bobby Shantz is one of my closest friends and a great teammate. Glad to send the book your way. I hope you like it. When you come to South Carolina, give me a call and we'll have lunch. I spend 4 months a year at the beach. Give me a call when you're coming, and we'll see if we can work it out. Sincerely, Bobby Richardson. He invited me over to his house to have lunch. So I did. Now I was a little forward, and I'm that way with people. I said, "Hey, Bobby, I'd love to come down and interview you, talk baseball with you, you know." And I'm live, honey. So I said, "I'd love to come down, you know, just sit around, talk baseball with you, talk the Yankees, you know, your career, all that good stuff." And he responded with, "Hey, give me a call when you come down, and we'll see if we can get together." Well, when I went down, it was during the summertime. And we were never able to hook up. But it's funny because I told my wife, I'm like, babe, I'm going. He lives in Sumter, by the way, Sumter, South Carolina. The town that he grew up in is where he still lives in today. Now, during his playing time, he had an apartment up in North Jersey, right? But anyway, we're kind of off track there a little bit, but it's a really nice story. I'd still like to get together with him, but that was so long ago now. I'm not sure what his health is now. You know, God, he's 90 now, right? He's 90 years old. But it was just awesome that the guy was nice enough to invite me down and say, hey, you know, come on down and we'll have lunch. So that's real Southern hospitality for you right there. You wouldn't get that up here, up in the Northeast. No, not really. All right. But anyway, yes, tracks. And I think I have some more stuff of his, because I know I have more cards. They're in a box with autographs and stuff that I got from him, because I was sending him cards like once a month. I'm sending him a card, but I'm paying him for him. You know, I'm giving him like $5 for him, but each. But anyway, because I asked him about Mickey Mantle, he told me a story about Mickey Mantle. That's in another letter somewhere else. But anyway, let's get back to the cards that I picked up from the show today in Washington Township, New Jersey. It's called the Township Show. They have it like 3 times a year. All these cards in this stack were $1 a piece. 1975 Topps Willie Horton, just really great shape per $1. How about this 71 Topps Houston Astros rookies? Nobody great. I mean, Ken Forsch he had a nice career in the big leagues, Astros, and then went into playing for the Cardinals, I believe. This has got to be one of the first action photos in a football card that I've ever seen. Earliest one, meaning some guy, Walter Roberts. He's a flanker, which would be like a split back, or not split back, but like a wide receiver, but he's a running back as well. He's not a tall guy, so speaking. He's a flanker, but he's a receiver as well. And played for the Browns. And this is from some of these don't even say what year it's from. Made and printed in USA, PC, GC, and SPCE. Whatever. It's like, I don't know if it's Philadelphia Card Company or whatever it is, but that is so cool. I'll look it up and find out what year it is. But it's like, it's a real action photo. And people talk about not seeing real action photos until the 70s. Well, this is from the 60s. And he don't even have a helmet on. He said that's just warm-ups. I just noticed that. He's not even in the game yet. He's just doing warm-ups because he got his helmet on. He's probably returning punts or kickoffs or something like that just for practice. He could be going out for passes, and he could have caught a pass. Here's a 1964 Topps, Carl Swatsky. I mean, it's got some surface issues, but you got something right there. But mostly I bought these just to flip in my store. Here's Gary Collins. He had a fairly long career in the NFL. Very nice looking card. Same company as the other one. I'll have to figure out what year that is. Here's a 1970 Topps. Now the registration's off, but I guarantee you someone's going to want to buy this because the condition, other than the registration, it's off. But still, it's a really good card. Another 64 Topps, Frank Bowling. 1970 Topps, Terry Harmon. Now, when I was a kid, and I just grabbed these, I didn't even look at all the pictures. I'm looking at all these pictures. Here you go. Rob G says, it's a Philadelphia card. It's either from 65 or 66. All right, Rob, thanks. Appreciate that. So, when I was a kid playing Little League Baseball, and of course, because we grew up in the Lehigh Valley, which is just north of the Delaware Valley, we would have the Phillies players. Oh, you've met him once, Barry. That's cool. You're not. You can't remember.
I want to say hi.
You want to say hi? Okay,
yeah.
Hold on, everyone. Hold on. All right, ready? All right, now I can say hi. Come on.
Hi.
Oh, there you go. Hi. What's your name? Tell them your name.
I wanna.
That's my granddaughter, Sophia. We're babysitting today. A little bit, like half a day. And she helps me out up here. Like, she'll help me get my cards mailed out. She was busy this morning playing her Roblox downstairs. So I put it out myself, and good thing I did, because the mailman came as I dropped off the last cards that needed to be mailed. So that's Sophia. She's a little helper. All right. So again, Terry Harmon was one of the guys that would come around to our annual banquet at the end of the year. We would have like, the banquet, and we had people would come around, and Terry Harmon was one. Tommy Hutton was another one. And I remember my last year playing Little League Baseball. So I was 12 years old, and they were lucky enough to get Richie Ashburn. Now, I'm not a Phillies fan. I'm a Yankee fan, but we were lucky enough, and I didn't even realize it at the time. This guy, they kept calling him Whitey, and because he had like gray hair, I guess. But it was when I had him sign my my graduation certificate, and he signed it Richie Ashburn. So it was pretty cool. I still have that. It's in a box somewhere, a box with keepsakes. Here's a nice 1970 Topps Pat Corrales. And it's a semi-high number. It's 507. What's the numbers is Terry Harmon? I guarantee you, I can pull out my box, my cards, and I probably don't have these in my binder. How about a 68 Topps Gene Oliver? This card is pretty nice as well. Only for $1. 75 Topps. It's got some corner wear, edge, maybe stuff going on, but it's a Catfish Hunter, and I guarantee I can sell that for like $1.99 or $2. I paid $1 for it. So if I make 25 cents profit with all the fees and stuff like that. My daughter's name is Sophia. Great, great choice. Yeah. I didn't name her. This Ferguson Jenkins got a little crease thing going there. It's not a real hard crease, but I can see it, and you can, if I get the right angle, you might be able to see it going there too. So whenever I get a card that's like that, I really knock it down to like $1.69, because personally, I don't want crease cards in my collection. Other people don't mind them. I do. I can live with softer corners on older cards, but creases are a no-no for me. Joe Horland, I know I have this one, but just because it's a decent looking card, I figured I'd pick it up. Here's this one's got creases in it. Mini Rojas. I believe that's Cookie Rojas's brother, maybe. I don't think it's his father. Because Cookie was an infielder and Minnie was a pitcher, but it might be a relation of his. Maybe not. There's another 64 Topps. Wally Post. I got several of these, so I know I have this one here, but for $1, I'll take it. Another 64. I got this one here. Ed Lopat, manager of the Kansas City Athletics, not the Oakland Athletics. $1, right? Hank Aguirre. I got this card too, but for $1, I can take it, and I can sell it for $2.25 or something like that at my store. This one I didn't see had a crease in it. It's a Swatsky. Didn't we see a Swatsky earlier? Maybe that's the same one. No, there you go. So I got a good Swatsky, and I got a creased Swatsky. Another 64 Topps. Hal Smith. Looks like a shop teacher or something like that, for us older guys. Like we had shop teachers that look like that, Nelson Briles, Lindy McDaniel. This has a lot of wear, so this was a bad pickup. I'll admit that. That's like a minimum $1.69. Someone will buy it. Right, here's a Mo Dombrowski, Kansas City Athletics, 1964 Topps. Another 64 Topps. Paul Foytak. I mean, centering issue, but someone will want that for their collection, I'm sure. Bob Allen. Again, 64 Topps. Another 64 Topps. Jim Landis. Don't know if he's related to Kennesaw Mountain Landis, but could be, right? Frank Bowling. It's got some ink thing going down the corner here, like a roller thing. 64 Topps. Another 64 Topps. Phil Ortega. And there he is. And he is home is in Mesa, Arizona. He was born October 7th, 1939. And I couldn't pass on this. It's a cloth sticker. Could be from the 60s. They were actually putting these out in the 1960s and into the 70s. But I saw it, and there's a pube stuck under the sticker, and it's stuck there. Oh, well, I'll leave it there. At least I know where it is. That pube right there. Anyway, $3 though. So $3 for this. Everything else was $1, and I think he gave me even a discount on top of that. And two other things I didn't talk about. I saw these two 1973 tops. 73 or 74. It says 74. Team Checklist. But I know they made them in blue and red. Two different years. It might have been 73 and 74. But there's that. So this stack here was like, I think he charged me $40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $42, and he sold it to me. He said 35. That's what it was. I'm on what, honey?
Something wrong with the computer.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Hold on. Come here.
It won't work.
All right. Say hi to everybody. You're on camera then. Say hi. They're watching you.
No.
No? That's rude. You don't want to be rude, do you? Just say hi. My name's Ty Ty, and I play T-ball.
No.
Okay. Anyway, that's my son, Ty. Another grandkid. We got one more, another granddaughter. He's the youngest one. How old are you?
5.
5. Okay, you're 5. All right.
I'm leaving now.
You're leaving now. Okay. All right. So that's some. And now we got another stack here. And this was 7 cards for $10. I believe it was. Yeah. 7 cards for $10. So I got the 62 Harvey Haddocks. And I believe that crease is in the penny sleeve. Yeah, it's in the penny sleeve. I can't pass on a Joe Willie Namath. I know it's a reprint. It's a nice chrome card. Growing up as a kid, Joe Namath was my guy. Chuck Cartier. This is got a little crease up there. I didn't see that. Again, because I was rushing through the box. I wanted to get all the cards before someone else was getting them all. And I got lucky, and I did get most of them. Chuck Cartier. And this is a 60 tops, 61 tops. These older years, I don't have them all down yet. Could not pass on a Dan Marino, and this is like an 85 or 86. Oh, 88 tops. Dan Marino. Everything's upside down. The camera's not upside down. They are. Here's another like football card from like 68, 69. It does have a crease in it. I didn't see that at first, but it's got a blue back because I know some of them had like a green back, green printing and stuff. So I don't know. Here's another football card. It does have a little ink on it. Gino Marchetti for the Colts. But I figure I can still sell that for more than what I paid $1. Was 7 for $10. So it was a little over $1 a piece. Gino Simoli. Very nice. With the baseball. Here's a 65 Ron Hunt. Here's a 62 Gordy Coleman, or Gordon Coleman, or Gord Coleman. How about a 71? Now I'm a guy. I don't care. Like I don't particularly like team photos or checklists or stuff, but I know that of all the cards that are like common cards, checklists and team cards hold their value the best. So here's a 1971 or 1970 Dodgers team photo. And if you look, like this looks like Drysdale down here. No, maybe not. I have to get my magnifying glass out to see who's in here. Don't know if Drysdale played up into 70. Would have been 69 photo. 47, right there he is. That's him right there. 53 was Drysdale. The old crusty veteran there on the shoulder. There's Walter Alston right there. Would have been like a Garvey rookie year, maybe, or second year, Garvey. Maybe not. Maybe Garvey came along in 71 or 72. But anyway, you can look. Sometimes it's fun to look through there and see what players you can pick out. Same thing. There's a 70 Baltimore Orioles. Here's a 57 Topps Al Abner. Another Don Elston. Now there was a guy who was a Cub, and Don Elston and someone else got their photos mixed up or something, and somehow they produced. I don't think it was him. I think it was someone else who passed away, and they still produced a card of him after he had passed away. Not in like memoriam or anything like that. It was just straight up oopsie. It was an oopsie. Here's Forrest Gregg, one of the all-time like Packers team guys for Gregg. What's this? A 67 Topps, I believe. And it's Bob Buell, and he looks mean as hell. All right. Here's a 62 Topps Larry Sherry for the Doyers. Could not pass on this. Mickey Mantle Chrome, 260th home run. Acetate Roger Staubach. Box bottom George Brett. So that was the C card off of the 4-card block on the bottom of the 1986 Topps box. Here's a cool looking card. It's Topps Magic Earl Campbell. Now, I don't know what year this is, if it's a reprint or whatever the heck it is, because Earl Campbell played back in the maybe late 70s into the early 80s, right? The 77 campaign was Campbell's tour de force at Texas as he won the Heisman Trophy and led the nation with 1,744 rushing yards, selected as a Southwestern Conference top running back in each of his seasons. With the powerful seasons, he powered for 444 yards, career yards on the ground. Earl is number 12 on ESPN's top 25 players in college football history list of 2007. Who is number 1? For the answer, rub a coin. No, I don't know where you rub a coin at. Don't know where you rub a coin. So I don't know what year this card is actually printed. What's it say down here? 2019 maybe. But it looked like an old card. So I'm like, oh, cool. Anyway, it's not going to focus, of course. But it's like a 2018, 2019, something like that. But it looked old, so I bought it. Oldish. Here's a score with Montana and Rice on. Very nice. I don't remember having this mini puzzle of Willie Stargell. I got the big puzzle pieces, but I didn't have the mini. And the guy had like all the mini puzzles there, but I have almost all of them. But I know I've never seen that Pop Stargell one. Here's a Expos, 70 Expos team photo. Tommy Nobis, 1970 Topps football. Here's another, I believe this again is a Philadelphia. Don Perkins, halfback for the Cowboys. Another 62 Topps Fred Hutchinson. 1963 Topps Joe Nuxall, who's claimed the fame as the youngest person to ever pitch in a major league game. I think he was 16 years old. Nuxie, they called him. Here's another 63 Topps Jim O'Toole, Cincinnati Reds. Here's one that has Bo Jackson and Michael Jordan on it. I know it's someone made this card up. Bo knows Jordan. There you go. Here's another one, Michael Jordan working that tongue, so you know it's Michael. He always did stuff with that tongue hanging out. It says Super Rookie Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And of course, it's just a card that someone made up. Printed in Taiwan. Here's a 1970 something, 70s. I can't read it, but it's a 70 something tops, 76 tops. So it's a Fred Dryer, who went on to fame and fortune as a TV actor, doing cop shows and stuff like that. Here's another one of Bobby Bell. Here's a 1955 or whatever this is, 54 Bowman, 56 Bowman, Majeski, whoever he is. I don't know. I just saw it and I'm like, oh, I'll take it. Here's a reprint, but it's a chrome of Robin Yount's. It's Archives Reserve, Top Reserve Archive, but it's a reprint of the 75 Yount card. Here's a big bulbous head of Aaron Judge, a sticker probably. Here's a Otani-san. Oh, you snatched it up. And the 1962 tops, Don Clendenin. So again, those were 7 cards for, I think it was a couple cards over. 7 cards for $10. So there's 2, 4, 7. There's 10, 20, 30. Three, 4, there's 40. Yeah, somehow there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, that somehow he only charged me like $40 for them all, so got a good deal out of that. He's got 7, 8 cards for free. And then the last stack, these were 25-cent cards. So this is $7.50. The guy said, just give me $7 for it. So that's what this last stack cost. So here's one here, and it just says, The War Years. Whatever. Truett, Banks, Sewell, Rip. I have no idea. But anyway, got some cannons down here, some artillery pieces. It's card number 20 of the set. I saw this Emmett Smith taking a dump on Bryce Paup's neck, back of his neck, so I had to get that one. This was a Japanese card. It's Topps Chrome, but it's a Japan, and it's numbered to 150. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. I don't know. Toyo Carp, whatever. But it's a Japanese player, and I just listed a bunch of Japanese players on my store, and several sold already. Here's another Japanese Topps Japan. This guy plays for the Swallows. Murakami. And there's the back. If you can read Japanese, go for it. You never pass on a Barry Sanders card for what was it, 50 cents a card? Or, no, it was 25 cents a card, but it was gonna be $7.50. It was 25 cents. 25 cents for that. And then here's this one here, the War Years again. Arnold Malcolm Owen, or Mickey Owen. And he's a catcher. It's card number 3 of the War Years set. And then I saw some kind of wrestling card. Something like that. I don't know. Money Bank. I just snatched it up. I saw this Hulk Hogan sticker. I'm like, oh, okay. Can't go wrong with that, right? It's a Hulk Hogan sticker. Here's what your complete orange border picture will look like. There you go. Another Topps Chrome Japanese baseball card. Yoshimura Giant, something like that. 1975 Topps Twins unmarked team checklist. I saw this Mickey Mantle, even though I probably already have it. I'll pick it up again. And now these, the regular set didn't have the gold or copper, bronze printing, whatever you want to call it. These are special 125th anniversary, they said, something like that, of baseball maybe. I don't know. But anyway, here's Major League Baseball's 125th anniversary. So these were like parallels in the sets. So I snatched up all the parallels. Another Emmett Smith, second effort. Jalen Hurts. I just picked up a Jalen Hurts. A Wander Franco rookie card for a quarter. And then I got this Buck Leonard. It's got the black border. So that's cool. It's, you know, that frame sticks out a little bit. It's pretty cool. I've got this Andy Pettit. It's an acetate card, and underneath here is another picture of Andy Pettit. So I guess if you hold it up to the light, you can see Andy standing there. Hockey card of Mario Lemieux for a quarter. I'll take it. Patrick Waugh, quarter. Robbie Alomar. Now these are the parallel sets with the silver stamp up here instead of the blue ones, I believe. It's got the silver, or maybe it was copper, whatever. But the silver were the parallels. Here's a Yammer Yager. Here's the Wayne Gretzky. Sorry, I'm off camera. Here's another wrestling card. It's a foil card. NXT from Topps. I don't know. I just forgot to get it. They might sell. And then I picked up this guy here. Give me what I want. Batista. It's just a new wrestling card. I know nothing about him. And then here's some more of those parallel with the silver. Fred McGriff. Larry Walker. I picked up this Dan Marino 86 Topps record breaker. So it might have been like 87 Topps. Yeah, 87 top set. And another 125th anniversary upper deck parallel card. And that's it. That's everything I picked up today at the card show in Washington Township. Not bad. Not bad. All right. So, guys, any comments, questions, or comments before I sign off? We'll switch the camera back. There we go. Anybody have anything they want to comment on? Now's your chance. Otherwise, we're going to shut her down because I do have to, you know, pay some attention to my grandkids. They're here. I get to see them. Ooh, I get to see them sometime. Oh, we can move that out of the way. But we don't get to see them all the time. I know that's my microphone, so hopefully it doesn't affect the volume any. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys in my weekly eBay sales video recap sales video. That's going to come out Monday. I was going to, sometimes I do one in the middle of the week, like after Thursday. I'll post one for Friday if I have a good sales week. This week was not a good sales week. Last week wasn't a good one, and it was like a 15-minute video. So I'm like, I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to post it after the weekend. I'll post it on Monday, and we'll go with that. So again, everyone, peace. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and liking, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, have a great weekend.